Anthony Sanchez. Everybody calls me Tony. Enter. I came from the middle of New Mexico in the Rio Grande Valley. Our family settled there in 1610, if you believe in genealogy, that is. What was there here? Agriculture, nothing else. What happened to populate? Land grants evolved. So we were part of the Tome land grant. And then New Mexico didn't become a state until after all the land grants were plundered. But you've got to remember one thing. We were isolated. We, our families, for like 200 years, we were illiterate. It was easy to come in and take over. We didn't know, the people didn't know what a tax was. So during the second conquest, these explorers, these invaders came in wagon wheels, trains, wagon trains, with their laws, and then they set up a post office, a town, hey, taxes. Then after a while they'd go and knock, hey, amigo, you didn't pay your taxes. This now belongs to, when the homestead land ended, the government said, okay, what do we do with stuff that nobody wanted? Well, we'll lease it out for grazing. So I studied agriculture. So the college dean said, hey, Tony, somebody wants to talk to you. Call this number. So I called the number and they said, hey, we understand that you lived in Central and South America. I said, yeah. Well, would you be interested in going to Puerto Rico? I said, when can we leave? I said, well, he said, why don't you fly to Miami and I'll interview you. With a subsidiary of Johnson & Johnson. I got there and they wanted to domesticate a yam, which was used to produce the birth control pill and all the other steroids. Cortisone, testosterone, progesterone. That came from a natural yam. And this yam was being depleted due to the demand. We had to grow and transplant that yam in old sugarcane fields in Puerto Rico. So I was there 2 years, and American Home Products synthesized the birth control pill and killed the need for that yam and for the experimental farm. So I was offered a job to go run the Johnson & Johnson veterinary division, and I told the number 2 guy, Johnson & Johnson, I said, thank you very much. I think I'll stay in Puerto Rico. And I started farming. I was following and getting advice from the Cubanos, the Cuban farmers in Puerto Rico. Without agriculture, there's no food. When we started growing tropical plants, they said, well, let's provide some financing, and they did. After 3 hurricanes, I decided to leave, come back home because there was no insurance policies, and these guys would lose their whole banana plantation and start over. And I mean, what'd you do? Well, we're off like a herd of turtles. So the ranch that we have now is our second ranch. We were at Cedarville, which was north of Corona. Sometimes they come 3 nights, 4 nights, depends. I spend about 60% of my time here. This one came up, same size as the other one, but the other one had some state land. So this is all deeded that we had. There's no lease land. And as it turned out, it doesn't rain any more than the other one. So when you're old, you don't want to pick up and move. We're not moving anymore. So aquí estamos. That's Clonch. Our ranch goes that far. Aha. All right. Ahí está bien. That's trace mineral, and this is iodized. It has iodine.
Is that because there's no minerals in the water or not enough? Or
No minerals in the feed.
oh,
I don't have any cattle here. I'm fixing to put them on here in a couple of weeks. We're going to send the cattle. See those tanks up there?
yeah.
That's where we're going.
Where are they at now?
By the highway.
Oh.
This place, we like it for the things it does not have. It does not have chiggers. It does not have tornadoes, hurricanes, or floods. Y aquí vamos a bajar 3 bloques. 2 sin plástico y 1 con. Sí, aquí por ahí lo puede tirar. Ah, está bien. Aquí tenemos un aplicador de aceite que se aplica aceite al lomillo del animal para controlar la mosca. Y aquí tenemos un bebedero de agua. Esta agua viene de un pozo y esta agua es suplida por una bomba solar sumergible. That's the view. The romance of being a rancher fades awful fast. Fades very, very fast. And it's tough to make a living. My advisor would be, you want to be in agriculture? Hire on to a farm. Sign up for 1 summer and you're going to be cooked. Then you'll know if you want to get into agriculture. Amor de tierra. I followed what my ancestors did because I had a love of the land. If you're farming, you're over the obstacles, so keep what you're doing because you've already made it.